Heroin's homeless no more. Tonight, we're showing you a transformation no one could have predicted just 2 months ago.
This was Tyler Trowbridge when Target 8 first found him, begging for change so that he could shoot it up in public bathrooms around Grand Rapids. Well, tonight, 9 weeks later, Target 8 investigator Susan Samples is revealing just how far he's come.
This story is testament not only to Trowbridge's determination, but to the power of community, from old high school classmates to good-hearted strangers, to those who work in recovery, and now to a couple guys whose life work is restoring smiles.
On the way to the dentist. Ooh.
It has been an extraordinary ride. Final destination, a new life. But first,
Tyler Trowbridge.
a new smile.
All right, I'll let them know you're here.
There's a stigma behind addicts, you know, that we're all like terrible, dirty.
Hi there.
Thank
How are you,
guys.
Tyler?
Good. I want to put that behind me. I just want to like get rid of the traces of being an addict, you know, because I don't want to look back. Actually,
You have to initial each line.
Tyler Trowbridge is tired of hiding painful, decaying teeth.
I'm getting 6 teeth removed, so it's a big deal.
Just as big as what he's having done
Do you have any questions for me?
is how it's even possible.
Right there in front, yep, that's the one that he showed most when he smiled. So.
Well, I had a couple people come to me to talk about Tyler.
Dr. Jake Miller is working on Trowbridge's teeth for free.
They asked me if I wanted to get involved, and it was easy to say yes. I was excited to.
What we're going to be prescribing you is
Miller recruited Dr. Mark Jessen to do the extractions.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, we'll get you comfortable here.
Both men are donating their services entirely, including partial dentures, to replace teeth lost to 15 years on heroin.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start out by getting you a blood pressure cuff here, okay?
I just feel privileged to be a small part. I've read the story and I've been following along and see how many people have come out to help him.
It's a list that is long and growing. Stacy Peck is keeping track on her blog. She was the first to spot her old classmate on TV.
It was like, he can't go down like this.
They started with GoFundMe. Peck, who controls the money, got Trowbridge off the street back onto methadone, medication that eases painful withdrawal. After too many no's to count, they found Trowbridge an apartment and full-time work. He slipped once early on, but today he has 8 straight weeks clean with the drug tests to prove it.
Tyler has really made great progress.
Erica Bradley is clinical director at Cherry Health's Southside Methadone Clinic, where Trowbridge gets his daily on-site dose, mandatory drug tests, therapy, and check-ins with doctors. Bradley says long-term recovery requires not just the desire and will to quit, but also an entirely new environment, away from old habits and triggers.
So to have that level of support for a client, it really is helping to set him up for success.
Bradley only wishes the clinic's other 1,000 clients had the support Trowbridge now does. From new teeth to churches covering a month's rent, strangers donating furniture, volunteers giving rides, or even just hanging out with him.
Seeing Tyler's success is why we are here. It's why we come here every day, because we help hopefully save more people than we lose.
Are you gonna die out here? I don't know, probably. I'll probably die. Would it be possible to spare any change or anything?
When we first met Trowbridge, he had already nearly died from overdose 3 times.
There's something up there that's freaking keeping me going, you know?
Now he thinks he knows why.
I want to help people. Having a sleeping bag in a tent, like that will save lives. Like,
in his recovery, Trowbridge is connecting with parents who've lost children to opioids.
So what you're doing is amazing. It's okay. It's okay. If anyone sees me walking down the street...
He has plans, too, to share his first-hand insight on rehabs, what works and what doesn't. But on this day... How are you feeling right now?
Anxious. Kind of nervous.
Tyler, how are you doing?
Because of Trowbridge's addiction history, Dr. Jessen will use a new drug to ease the pain of 6 pulled teeth, a non-opioid called Expiro.
And that will release pain medication over the next 3-4 days. We're just going to take our time with you, okay? You just relax there.
Together.
Yeah. A few very swollen days and 1 partial denture later.
So stand by him and okay.
I love it.
That's like the best smile you've done so far.
It's like all your confidence is in your smile and your teeth, you know? So it's awesome.
Yeah, pretty amazing what one little appliance can do to make things feel better.
But there is nothing little about the difference Doctors Miller and Jessen have made, or the power of community.
And I don't ever plan on going back, so it's just time to move forward and like start the, you know, a different life.
I'm very proud of you. You're doing.
Miller and Jessen hope to get Trowbridge permanent implants sometime down the road. They also hope that what they've done will inspire other people to help any way they can. What can you do to help people who are, you know, fighting for their lives in this opioid crisis?
What a support system.
Takes a community.
Especially when there are so many different areas that they need help in.
Right.
And not everyone's that lucky.
Not everyone is that lucky, and we know it's such a tough road to go. And relapse is also part of recovery, so they have their eyes wide open about that. They recognize that could happen. So, you know, we're rooting for them, and we will track it for you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Susan.
Sure.